about the response Rusev was getting. He was getting bigger than anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe people are feeling pretty bad for the guy now about the way he's being used.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that, actually. I'm glad you brought that up because I know I sent you that video. I want to recommend this to anyone. I think if you type in like Rusev playing WWE 2K18, when you see that guy's personality on that, like that's just him. And I know he's exceptional. If you follow him on Twitter, that guy comes out with some hilarious stuff, and he's very realistic about himself and about the business, and I kind of enjoy that. And I've always thought, like, why don't WWE pounce on that and pounce on that attitude and bring the real him to the forefront rather than this sort of old school gimmicked up heel, foreign guy who hates America crap that we've seen a dozen times now, or more than a dozen, 1,000. But why don't they ever tap into that? Like, here's a guy who's not really doing anything. I've always thought Rusev is super talented. I mean, I've always liked him. I thought that the time that him and Roman were at the end of a Royal Rumble, I was like, man, this guy, he'll be like the next sort of guy to be in the frame. I thought the match with John Cena, even though he lost, I still thought, yeah, this guy going forward, he's going to be a big deal. Literally, since, what was that horrible group they stuck together, Matt, a few years ago? League of Nations, my goodness. Since that, it's just looked terrible for the guy. But honestly, like face, he's got babyface quality there, 100%. If they just knew how to tap into it, I think they may have something there. So yeah, I mean, listen, not a bad match. I'll give that a yay. The tag match, Matt, for you.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. So I think it was one of the better matches. It was just strangely contested under some rules that just didn't really make much sense.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Okay, next we get a women's title match, and it's a lumberjack match. It's no longer called Lumberjills, which they used to have, didn't they? Maybe the politically correct now, the all women's thing. No, we're not going to have that. So lumberjack match, the SmackDown's women's title, and it's of course Natalya defending against Charlotte Flair. Matt, your impressions on this one and how this went down for you?
Well, as soon as the word lumberjack is mentioned, I'm bracing myself for something hugely disappointing. The ending always seems to be the same in Lumberjack. It always turns into like a mash-up at the end of people just fighting each other, and all turns into good guys versus bad guys. So that didn't set me off for it from the start, and then going through it, I was just seeing a whole thing that didn't make much sense. All the Lumberjacks wanted a bit of Charlotte, but they weren't so keen on attacking that, which made no sense considering 3 of them turned up there to make a ruckus, and they only want to attack the face. It didn't really make much sense to me. So, and the wrestling in it as well, I didn't really feel it was on point on this day. Even Charlotte struggled to get off the mark on this. I'm not too sure what the problem was, but the chemistry just wasn't there on the night.
Well, I mean, from my point of view, I feel like Natty. I really enjoy Natty's work. I want to put that out there, but at the same time, she is not a heel. It's so difficult. Like you see some characters and that they're really having to be a character. Like everything seems like a lot of effort, and Natty's too nice. She's too nice to be a flipping heel. Like when you see her on Total Divas and all this stuff, it just does not suit her at all. Like she's having to put that on, and there's a few people, wrestlers that you can easily see that with, but I think for her it was a bad call, and I think these two should have reversed roles a long time ago in a lot of ways. They had the wrong roles on each. They were wearing the wrong shoes here because that didn't help this match. I'm sure if it was the other way around, Matt, I think this would have been a better match. I think they could have told a better story, but for this is just like, it's sort of almost a little bit redundant because I think we saw better matches between these two in, NXT, quite frankly, when we had Bray and Rick sort of ringside. I'm sure you remember that, Matt, but, they seem to make a lot more sense than this one. What did you make of the outcome, Matt? Was you surprised or not surprised at this time of the year?
I mean, telling you this, I felt like they need someone to carry that women's title, you know, through the big pay-per-views like Royal Rumble into WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
If they want a big women's event at WrestleMania, they need to start building Charlotte up as the strong character she was, you know, a couple of years ago.
Sure. So it's interesting. She's got the belt. I mean, I just feel like they've lost so much momentum with Charlotte, but you know, hopefully it goes well for her. A little bit. I mean, you kind of feel for Natty as well, Matt, because you know, yeah, she got that run. She definitely deserved a run with the title, no doubt about it, in my view. But just a shame that she won't get that big sort of. I guess that the match you always want to look back on at your career would have been like a big thing at WrestleMania. Not to say she probably won't be on it, but I can't see her being involved in a title type of environment if she is going to be. But hopefully, you know, there'll be something decent for her to do. But I do feel they need to look at her as a babyface again, in my view, like a total babyface. Not just sometimes. Matt, for you, that match, listen, I was a little bit disappointed. I'm giving it a little bit of a nay here, only because I've seen much better between these two in the past, and I think for what this should have been with a title change, I just thought it should have been a bit better. I felt it was a little bit chaotic at times in the match, like some of the stuff they were trying to tell just wasn't there for me. There was no... I just think they were both playing the wrong roles, and just everything was a little bit forced on me a little bit. For you, Matt?
Yeah, it's a nay from me. I mean, the most interesting thing that came from it was sort of the post-match interview with Becky, and so I mean, I'm just kind of interested to see where that goes. Like, now, is this the lead up to her retirement or something?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. I guess it could be going that way. We shall see. Okay, well, how about this then? The new sort of, I guess, reformed package team of Luke Harper and I forgot his other name, Eric Rowan, of course, together now, Matt, and now we don't call them those. Now there was some like crazy thing about their names, Matt, where they're only going to be called Harper and is it Rowan now, not actually going to be called Luke? Is that right, or is it the other way around? For these
somebody commentators are referring to them,
okay.
Harper and Rowan.
Yeah, it's weird, obviously. But yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers up against Breezango, who, you know, listen, I think they've done well for themselves. But again, listen, I'm going to go back to Mojo Riley. You know how he's kind of made something for himself. I think Breezango is another classic example of that, Matt, in my opinion. They've just literally pounced on what they've been given. I really don't think there was any long-term planning into that, but I think they got themselves over with the week-to-week promos being a little bit more funny, and, you know, they've stuck around. But listen, do WWE seriously have anything for these guys? I very much doubt it. What do we make, Matt, of this new partnership? Because we've seen these guys tagging up, and, you know, listen, you can put new names on and all the rest of it, but obviously a few years back, Matt, I was talking about Luke Harper sort of being a singles guy, you know, having his own little run, but that's never panned out, has it? Is this the best both of them are ever going to be, Matt, and they've got to stick together and this is it? And they've got to try and work from this sort of position as a tag team?
Well, yeah, I think if you're them two guys, you've got to try and make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah.
It seems like they're always going to cross paths like this. It doesn't matter what they do. I did enjoy it, you know, like Luke Harper's like singles career. I felt he was very strong in his own. An extremely talented guy, and deceivingly so from his appearance, the moves that he can do. I would definitely have kept him as a singles guy myself, but, you know, if they feel like maybe they feel like Rowan is the guy that needs the help, right? Because he's not got much going on charisma-wise and that, so that may be the sticking point. But I think if this is the way the WWE is going to keep packaging them, rebranding them as a tag team, you've got to try and make the best of it, because you never know when they might just get fed up, and, you know, there's always people coming up from NXT to take your spots. You've got to take what you give them.
Yeah, it's kind of like atoms, isn't it? They seem to come together all the time, these two, no matter what, whether it's the Wyatt family. I mean, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if there's another moment in the Rumble again where we see that. But, you know, I just hope, listen, I like both guys. I'm a little bit gutted that they didn't, there's so many guys on the roster, to be fair, not just SmackDown's roster, but Raw's roster in WWE, where I feel like guys could have had a much better run. But then, you put Cesaro and Sheamus in that category as well. And again, yeah, they're a tag team, but if they go singles, what have they got? They might as well stay together because there's not a lot out there for anybody. Some of these spots are really, the time is taken by other guys, and you can't cram everybody in there. But it's just one of those things. I think it's timing is everything sometimes, and it's the luck of the draw sometimes where you are with things like that. But yeah, they go over, Matt. I mean, not exactly a classic match, but I think it done what it needed to do. It gets a yay from me because it's kind of about showcasing them, I guess, in a lot of ways, just for these sort of early months, I guess, for these two. And I suppose if there's any time to come together, Matt, it'd probably be about now. I mean, it's that time of the year where these, Rumbles coming along, and of course WrestleMania is just around the corner. So, it's probably the right time for them to be sort of putting this together and getting that act together, maybe just in time for WrestleMania. Who knows?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, if there was a time to come together, you're probably right. Now is the right time for it. I mean, I would rather it be now than it would be around SummerSlam, because, even though they were building it towards that time, it feels like this is a time when there's not much going on. So coming in as a fresh character can sort of restart your career.
Absolutely. I guess a yay from me. Matt, for you, yay or nay?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like one of those matches where you feel like you're unfair to rate it, just because of how one-sided and how unfair it was. It's almost like it was on the pre-show, but yeah, I'll give it a yay.
Okay. Well, the next match now, this is, I think a lot of people, if there was a match that people were looking forward to, it was this one out of the night. But, of course, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, very much have had a decent bit of momentum, especially Sami Zayn, I'm going to say here, Matt. I feel like that guy, this turn, I was a little bit sort of one of the people that was like, what the hell are they doing? But, I'll hold my hands up. I think it's been a good move. And Sami Zayn is now looking like a credible guy, more than he's ever done as a babyface. And, listen, it goes back to what Stone Cold says so many times. Sometimes you need to be a bad guy, and then when you go back as a face, you'll be 10 times even more liked. But you have to go through that sometimes, and I feel like this is good. We're seeing a different side, and the stuff is coming together. Of course, now they go up against the team at an unlikely duo, I guess, when you look at this on paper. But Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura. What did you make of this, Matt? With the stipulations involved, Shane and Daniel Bryan. We knew Shane O'Mac had to get in there somewhere for this SmackDown only one, and we had that moment. What did you think of this match, and also the story they were telling in this thing?
Yeah, I mean, the story I was buying into, I liked that. Although it involves Shane heavily, I'm kind of it's because I invest in the characters of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, really. When I'm thinking, these guys are having it a bit rough. They didn't show brand loyalty to SmackDown, but it really doesn't matter because ultimately you're under the WWE banner. So you may be a SmackDown one month, you may be on Raw the next, the way they do the draft. So it's a bit pointless being loyal to a certain brand. But the whole thing you said, when Randy and Nakamura were just slapped together, it makes no sense. That was a downside to it because there was no real reason for them to be joined together like that. But we talk about Shane McMahon so much on this as well, about how he keeps inserting himself into matches and how annoying it is. But then the clever side of Kevin Owens as well just brings it up in the match, like the start of the match when they ring the bell, and he's like, why have you got your own referee shirt? Why is everything about you? Why do you have to go out and do that?
Hey,
Daniel Bryan so humble in his own kind of just what you should be so unassuming as a ref that you shouldn't even be noticed.
Yeah, dude, you got to go back to that. I'll take that point on that Rusev video. Go back and watch that, guys, because he even mentioned something about it. He talks about Shane McMahon's rating. He's like, Why? Because he's jumped off Hell in a Cell. He's like, oh, so he's good because he's a stunt guy. He's done a few stunts. He's right. And very honest views, I think, coming out in that. But yeah, I'm with you there, Matt. I think he's always in there somewhere. I mean, this match